YouTube, you know what this is? You got it. It is a CGC unboxing. Stay tuned. Okay guys, and as you can see, I do have a CGC book box, and inside are actually 3 books that I submitted quite some time ago. The good thing about me being on YouTube for a little over a year now, actually coming up to a year and a half, is that I have a lot of books that are going to start coming back that I worked on. So the 3 books that are in this box are Marvel Family number 23 from 5/1948, Captain Marvel Jr. number 37, and Whiz Comics number 93 from January 1948. They're all Fawcett books, and each book that is in this case I worked on in a particular fashion. When I say worked on, what did I do? Well, the Whiz Comics, actually I take that back, the Marvel Family deals with a book that is a Spirit of 76 homage cover, and it's actually one of my most popular videos. I'm going to leave a link below. I hope I remember. I always say that and sometimes I don't. But the book that is the Marvel Family number 23, I performed one of my first aqueous baths or aqueous washings of a cover. So this cover was washed, and I actually did use calcium hydroxide and methyl cellulose, I believe. So let's go down memory lane and take a perusal of what was done. The actual comic cover or back cover alone, and hopefully this will work, is that the seller said that he felt that the book was trimmed on the right side of the book. I looked at the pictures and I did not agree that it was trimmed. In my view, looking at it, I thought it was a miscut from the factory. Okay guys, as you can see, what I did was a aqueous bath in my kitchen sink with an attempt to remove water stains, and I think it came out very well. So the issue is, did CGC pick up that an aqueous bath was performed on this book? Should it be conserved? I did not write a note in relation to the work that I performed, but there was cover cleaning. There was chemicals I used to try to lighten the water stains. Now, I'm almost 90% sure that I did. If my uploads about this book tell differently, then I am sorry. So, without further ado, let's see what the grade and class is of the book. Ba ba ba. Oh, very well. So what I received was a 4.5, and it's a universal grade. So I put the cardboard behind for the next book so we don't see what it is. I'm very happy, and it actually looks pretty good. The water stains are still visible, but this was quite some time that I submitted this book. So let's take a perusal of the front. Nice, beautiful, patriotic cover from Fawcett Comics. They are one of the best in my opinions. Here is the back. If you haven't already checked out the upload in relation to this book, please do. And again, I'll leave the link below. So a 4.5, not bad, Stan. I'll take that day in and day out. And again, so CGC did not pick up that an aqueous bath was performed. The next book that I have is Captain Marvel Jr. Now, this is Captain Marvel Jr. number 37 from April 1946. This is a cool cover because it's an infinity cover. Now, this book, all that I did was that I washed it with dry cleaning, and that's it. There was no aqueous wash or no bath or anything like that fashion. So let's go down memory lane for a few seconds and check out what I did. As you can see, I cleaned that book very fast because it was time-lapse. So I did not predict what this book was going to be. I do remember that it had a detached centerfold and it wasn't in the best of shape. So let's take a look. Bum, bum, bum. Beautiful. A 2.5 off-white to white pages. I'll take that day in and day out. So let's put the cardboard behind so we don't see the last book. And let's take a look at this closer. So this is a beautiful cover in my opinion. It's Captain Marvel Jr. It has the classic newsstand, and if you look, there are various Fawcett publications hanging up, and there is good old Captain Marvel Jr. and in his Freddie Freedman persona, buying some nice Fawcett comics. So we'll put that down, a 2.5. I'll take that day in and day out. The next book is the last one, and this is a Whiz Comics 93 from January 1948. This I didn't upload. It was extremely rough, this book. The important thing about this book is that I recall this is an upload where I illustrated the proper way I feel to install archival tape. So this book, I installed archival tape in the interior, on the spine, all over the cover because there were rips and frays and I wanted to secure it. I also put probably, I would say, 3 or 4 different areas with the tape. So if you want to have a good upload to see how you install tape, I'll leave the link below. You have to fray the actual tape that is archival because then it is hidden. So the issue is, before we see, did CGC pick up that tape was used? Let's go down memory lane. So as you can see here, this is where the archival tape is placed. It's actually quite invisible. You really cannot see it. It doesn't pick up that well on the camera or even by the naked eye when I'm looking at it. Here is some archival tape as well, putting the corner on from the inside of the book. Now what I do is I make the archival tape jagged, which I feel basically blends the repair better than having a straight line. And the reason why I do that is I do body work in restoring cars, and when you use fiberglass mesh, you want to basically fray the mesh out so it doesn't look that apparent in relation to the repair. So, okay guys, there you saw it. I did put tape on the book. So let's do the countdown. And you have to excuse me, everyone, I'm a little tired today. So let's do 1, 2, 3, dun dun dun. 1.8 off-white to white pages. Centerfold detached. So, CGC did not put any type of note on the label that there was any tape on the interior, tape anywhere in the book. So they missed the tape completely. And my understanding, and correct me if I'm wrong, everyone, when there's tape on a book, that's one of the things that CGC loves to put on their labels. Tape on interior, tape on spine, small piece of tape, big piece of tape. They're tape happy. So they love to say when there's tape on a book. But for some reason, they missed all of the tape that I put. Now I'm going to go on the grader's notes now. And let's see. I'm going to punch it in. And the grader's notes, let's do it. Here we go. And the only thing in the grader's notes say is detached centerfold, moderate creasing to cover, moderate pieces add up to cover, split top all wrap, staples detached bottom of spine, staples detached top of front cover. So there is no mention whatsoever that tape was installed. You tell me, guys, is CGC dropping the ball? Are they not listing things that they should be listing? Is it my burden to write a little note to CGC from my mommy saying that I put tape on the book? I don't think so. So they dropped the ball with that one, but I will take that grade every day of the week. So I hope you enjoyed this upload. I hope you were patiently hanging out with me. I'm a little tired today, not too enthused, but I still love what I'm doing. And stay tuned, YouTube.